Hey guys, how's it going? Kyle back again with another one. This time I wanted to go over basically I get this question a lot. It's what do I do if I don't have the installer or the master code for my security system? So what I've done is just kind of made a video of the steps that you can go through to try to either get back your master or installer code, or on certain systems you are able to use a basically it's a lockout kit that unlocks the system. This doesn't work on all panels. The newer Power Series panels it doesn't work on, but there is some info in the video about all that type of thing, and also some info on resetting factory defaulting your system as well, just in case you bought a house or something, you're completely out of luck, they didn't leave any info on the system. Hopefully this will help some people get that info back and be able to use their system like normal. So anyway, we'll get right into it. If you like these videos, go ahead, subscribe below, and I'll keep putting them up, and we'll go from there. Okay, thanks a lot. Talk to you next time. Hey guys, Kyle again here from securedsurrounding.com. Today I just want to do a quick video about a question I get a lot, and that's people who run into the fact that they don't know their master code for the system, or they don't know their installer code for the system. Say they buy a new house and they're not they don't really know anything about the system. So I just want to do a little video today about either getting that installer code back, or a couple different options here. So a lot of these systems, most DSC, this is the DSC 1616 I'm working on today. 1832 is pretty much the same thing, except has two more hardwired zones. But most of these, the installer code is going to be 5555. That gets you into programming. That's the default for these. If it's not 5555, some of the older panels, it might be 1550, it might be 1500, or 5010, 5010. So try a couple of those, see if you can get into programming. From there, once you're in programming, you start at 5555, you can go 007 and type in a new master code. The default here is 1234, and then 006 will give you can type in a 4-digit new installer code as well. So you can change that to 2222 if you want, and then just back out to the home screen with the number sign. So one thing I wanted to go through is if none of those work, you could call the local installer. It might be ADT, it might be any of them. Usually they'll have a sticker that's on the container, and hopefully they're decent people and they'll give you the installer code. If it was a previous owner or something and you wanted to get your system, either you want to either get it professionally monitored, or you want to monitor it yourself, using an EVL unit like this, and have it send signals to your cell phone, notifications to your cell phone or your tablet. Anyway, so hopefully they'll be good people and give you the installer code if they have it. And then if not, you don't know the installer code, you've contacted them, they can't help you, you've contacted the previous owner, they can't help you, you don't know what to do next. What I'm going to do here is, the next thing to do is see if the panel is locked out. Because you can factory default these panels, but first you've got to see if the panel is locked out, and some installers do this so that nobody else can get into the panel. So what I'll show you here is to see if the panel is locked. All we're going to do is unplug if it's plugged into a battery, just unplug one of the battery leads, and then I'm going to unplug the transformer from the wall for about 10 seconds, and then I'm going to plug it back in, and you'll hear that this guy is going to beep about 8 to 10 times. And if it beeps, then you know the system is locked out. And if it does not beep, then it's not locked out and you can factory default it. So I'm just going to unplug it here and plug it back in. All right, so you heard that 8 to 10 clicks there. That means the system is locked out right now. So if you get those clicks, the system clicks for you, that means the system's locked out. If you try to factory default the system using the method I'll show you in a couple minutes here, then it won't reset your installer code. So you won't be able to get into it. You still won't be able to get into it if it's locked out and you try to do a factory reset. So another option is a lot of security professionals, they'll have a lockout kit, and you might want to call a local company. They might charge you, I don't know, anywhere from 50 to 100 bucks probably to come over to your house and use this lockout device. And it will take your system back to factory default, even if it is locked out. But anyway, you'll have to check with a local company. So if you do know the passcode, if you do know your code, sorry, I think we changed it to 2222. So that gets us into programming. What you can, I mean, how you disable that lockout would be 991-2222 991, and then you can get back to your home screen, and instead of so that disables that lockout, and to do that lockout it's 990 instead of 991. So 990 installer code 990 to reactivate the lockout. But so the system is open now. It's not locked out. I'm gonna turn off the system again and then turn it back on, and you'll see that there's no clicks this time. So yeah, I unplugged the system, plugged it back in, and you can hear that there was no clicks that time, so the system is not locked out. So if you are at this point, you're not sure what to do, if you didn't hear those clicks and you're not sure, but you still don't know what the you don't know what the installer code is, you can't get into the system, you know, in case you wanted to add zones or if you wanted to change any codes on the system. But you can't get into the system. You don't know the master code. If you powered down the system, you powered it back up, you didn't hear those clicks, you can factory default the system using the method I'll show you now. But just remember that this erases all of your programming. So you could, I mean, if you're going to do this, just kind of have a little bit of an idea how to do the programming. We have a bunch of training videos and stuff on that type of thing on the site at securedsurrounding.com, so you can head over there and check it out and kind of get yourself familiarized with the whole setup. So to do this factory default, you've got to power down the system completely, and you're going to need just a piece of wire with the a little bit of copper showing there. So we're going to power down the system. And then we're going to connect, first off, there's a PGM1 and Zone 1. You want to take any wires that are in those, you want to take them out. And you can go PGM1, tighten it down, and Zone 1, and tighten it down. So you've got a short between PGM1 and zone 1 right now, and then we're gonna power up the system for 10 seconds, and then we're gonna power it down. Okay, so we powered the system up for 10 seconds there, and then I just unplugged the transformer again. So now we can take that wire off and plug whatever wires were in. You can put those back in. And then now we're going to power up the panel again. Okay. So the panel should be back up to the default. So all the programming should be on. You can see that it's running through some open zones right now. If you remember, we changed it to 2222, the programming. So it should be *85555. So as you can see, the installer code went back to the default. One thing to add is ADT, if it's an ADT system, if I remember correctly, they had a different installer code when you factory default the panel. So I'll put that in the notes below, but I can't remember exactly what it is, but there is a different installer code if you're factory defaulting an ADT panel. But yeah, I mean, so that's kind of the basics here. If you want to go to our site, there's lots more training and videos on camera systems and security systems. I'll put some more info in the notes below, and I'll even put in a little a link to the DSC guide on how to do this process, the factory default. So just let me know if you have any questions below, and I'll try my best to help. Okay, and have a good night, and you can visit us at securedstranding.com. Thanks. Okay guys, so that was the installer lockout factory default info video. If you, I hope that helps some people who otherwise didn't have their code, or people were able to maybe factory default it to get all their stuff back. Anyway, that's great. If that helped you, hope you got some value from it. Go ahead and subscribe below if you like these type of videos. I'll keep throwing them up. And you can head to securedsurrounding.com if you want more info on these security systems or camera systems, anything low voltage. Basically, I've done a lot of it, done it all. So anyway, we've got more info on that stuff over on the site. And anyway, that's all good, and I'll see you on the next one. Go ahead and subscribe below if you like these. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.